Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Have a Pint. Today we have Curio from Fernson Brewing Company. It is a sour Berliner Weisse, 4% alcohol, 4 IBUs. It gets an average rating of 3.59. The description just reads bright, crispy, tart, and then in quotations, a watch or a tin or a pin made of gold, a thing to remember the stories you hold. Which, that part's right there. Right there. Right there. South Dakota. I picked this up a while back because it's a sour, basically, and it was in a 6-pack. There's not many of those. I appreciated that they did that. And it actually did not cost much. I got the best thing I got right here. Alright. I get a very green apple tartness off the nose. There is some citrus, but what really shines through is alright, sorry about that. But yeah, what really comes through on this beer is that green apple tartness. And we did have some head, about a finger's worth, and it is literally gone, and it is not coming back. There is no head left to this beer. There's very few bubbles. Slight haze. It's pretty clear though. Once again, I don't really get any citrus in the taste at all. I definitely get that kind of green apple sourness. It's very much tart. But it's just like a green apple tartness to it. But honestly, not much more to this. And that's just the whole way through the beer. It's not a very complex sour. But from my experience, Berliner Weisse aren't really that complex for sour. They're just meant to be light, easy drinking sours. And that's definitely what I get out of this. Let's see what we get on a hard pour. Still not a lot of head. I mean, we're at 2 fingers worth with a hard pour, but yeah, all that really is here is that green apple tartness. It tastes almost exactly like you're biting into a green apple, which isn't a bad thing. It's really not. And I want to say, excuse me, I want to say that the 6-pack was how much was it? It was I think it was $9.99 or $10.99 for the 6-pack. Not much more than that. I do really enjoy it. It's not, there's no complexity to this beer whatsoever, but it's not supposed to have complexity. And, you know, usually I'm telling you what's on the front of the palate, the middle of the palate, and the finish. Green apple tartness. That's it. Actually, there's really nothing on the front of the palate. I think the green apple starts in the middle. Yeah, there's nothing on the front. It's flavorless on the front of the palate. But I'm actually surprised how quick this review is, because I got nothing else. I got things lined up, but I just wanted to get this one out because it's been in the fridge for 3 months. Which isn't too big of a deal with it being a sour, in my honest opinion. But it tastes like it has for the rest of them. For a rating, it says it gets 3.59. And I love sours. Where was I before with it? 4.4 and then 4.25 it went up to. Honestly, I don't know if it sticks at that. I really don't. It honestly tastes the same as the other ones. It's not like there's anything less here. I gotta remember though, it is Berliner Weisse. It's not meant to have a whole host of flavors. It's not meant to be in your face. It's meant to be light, crisp, clean. You'd never go back there. What are you doing snooping around back there, young lady? I have never ever seen you hop up there. Whatever. So I feel like, yeah, it might actually stick with that rating. Might stick around that 4, because this isn't a big, big sour. The style just is not, that is not what this style is. You know, like, Brickway is Wild Olivia, American Wild, or La Folie from New Belgium Sour Brown Ale. They're meant to be bigger beers. They're meant to have a lot more sour puckerness to it. This is meant to just be lightly tart, and I think it does that very well. I can't compare it to those because it's not that kind of beer. Our qualiteers from Cross-Strain, which I know I've mentioned too, that most people watching this probably will not know of. But even Sequence Ale, is that a Berliner Weisse? No, it's a goose. It's meant to have more flavor. Now granted, it's got a lot of lime flavor. It actually tastes like a very good, like, beer style of margarita, but so does Brickway's Lime Pilsner, actually. But for what this is, it's supposed to just be lightly tart. It's lightly tart. It's supposed to be light in body. Light in body. It's supposed to be clean. Pretty clean beer. It's supposed to be crisp. Pretty crisp. There's a sharpness to it. I hadn't mentioned that, but yeah, there's a sharpness to it. It's small, but it's there. It's meant to be easy drinking. It's very easy to drink. It's a great way to come into sours. Now, I'm all fucked up when it comes to coming into sours. I came in on these big gooses that are heavily sour. Loved them. Tried some lightly soured lightly sour beers. Hated them. So and maybe there's other people that are that way as well. Oh, I didn't notice that the other part of that was right underneath. A little circle. But, and maybe there's other people that need to come in on La Folly or like Qualiteers or Wild Olivia, that kind of thing. But for the most part, this is a great beer to come into sours on. It's everything it needs to be, so honestly, I'm actually going to stick with 4.5 stars. That's the thing. If it was meant to be, this big goose with a lot of sourness, where it was extremely tart and puckering, yeah, it would fail immensely. It'd be 3.5 stars. But that's not what it's supposed to be. It's a beautiful summertime beer, which I think we've come out of, hopefully. I probably talked too soon. It's going to be 100 degrees in a couple days. But would I buy this again? Yeah. I honestly will probably pick this up again next summer. I'll go, that was really good and really thirst quenching and all that good stuff. What you'd want from a summer beer. So, that's it for this episode. That's what I have left. Till next time, Prost.